Like my good friend Ben Maller says on Fox Sports Radio, the better story is often in the losing locker room. And we've seen Chris Jones become a very popular meme on the internet in the past, and I wonder if what we saw Monday night will become the next one, where it'll be like Trevor Lawrence diving into the end zone, Chris Jones standing on the end line, and if somebody will send it and say, if I send you this, just know I'm not chasing you around.
Honestly, I mean, I'm sitting here with you feeling like, is that an out that he thought he fell down? Because, like, that to me as the captain of the defense with a yard to go and a whole game on the line is unacceptable. And like you said, just got memed to oblivion. But it's more so a bigger problem of this Chiefs team had two instances to win the game, gave it up, and then on the last drive, whether it was a 3rd and 9 to Brian Thomas double covered on the post or it was Chris Jones letting our guy Trevor Lawrence twice slip and not move, and then two Chiefs run into each other, and then he still doesn't move. I mean, that to me is like a locker room thing where it's like, yo, we're not giving anything in this league. We're off a Super Bowl L. We don't have a top 10 defense. We don't have a top 10 offense. I don't want to blow it out of proportion, but they got Jacksonville Jaguars on national television, Martin. They're down in the standings. Thank goodness the Chargers are charging because this is an under 500 football team. I don't want to overreact. They're a veteran team that's just trying to get in the tournament. The AFC looks topsy-turvy right now, and there's no great that exists over there in Kansas City. What say you? I don't want Chris Jones to not do that ever again, but I think maybe if you watch it 3-4 times, he thought he was down.
I thought he was down. Oh, I should say I thought that Chris Jones thought he was down. And honestly, I have seen Chris Jones make so many big plays late in game for the Kansas City Chiefs that I can't imagine that on Monday, October 6th, he just decided he didn't want to do it. Like, I'm sorry. That just doesn't make sense to me. Chris Jones last week flew home early from his grandmother's funeral to go play in a game. And you want to tell me that just 4 quarters later he didn't want to play anymore? I don't buy it. I think that there's few things that go wrong with this Chiefs team. Number one, this team is penalized a lot for a team that's expected to be good. That matters, right? This team is not good enough to overcome giving away free yards on either side of the ball. Okay? This team is also one designed to play with a lead. Steve Spagnuolo is a good defensive coordinator. There's a lot of good defensive coordinators who are good when their quarterback is a cyborg, right? There's not so many good defensive coordinators who are good when your quarterback is punting 4 times in a row, okay? I'm not coming at Steve Spagnuolo. He's very creative and all of this. They got to play better defense. They got to play sounder defense, in my opinion. And it's not – they need to get more explosive. I know everybody's waiting for Rashee Rice. I know everybody sees Xavier Worthy out there. That kid, Brashad Smith, every time I see him touch the ball, he feels fast. I feel like they don't have any speed on offense, and that's the last thing that kills them because Mahomes is not fundamentally developed enough as a quarterback to not be able to just – he has to have burners.
I agree. At the moment, before we move on, plus 185, the Chiefs are second to the Chargers at plus 150 to win the West. Would you co-sign on a Chiefs second best odds right now to win the West, or are you punting on it till further notice?
Honestly, today, you know who I am picking to – I would be looking at the odds very tastily.
I already know where you're going. You're already going to your boy Sean Payton. I can pick it up from here.
I mean, I got 2 Defensive Player of the Year candidates at any given moment in time, Patrick Surtain and Nick Bonito, who's the best edge rusher you've never heard of, until he plays your team, and you wonder who is 15 and why is he sitting on my quarterback, all right? Look, I get that Bo Nix is not necessarily the creme de la creme, top of the line, right? I think Denver's offense has a lot of solid players, right? I think they have a lot of good players, not great players. And I think that you take a play caller like Sean Payton and a guy in Bo Nix that if he has enough athleticism that you it doesn't quite make you wish he had a little more. Right? He'll get you a first down. He'll feel good about it. But more often than not, and more anything than not, Bo Nix to me is not a guy that is going to be, I don't say scared of the moment because he's still a relatively young NFL player, but he's so seasoned in football that he will be able to meet Sean Payton at the mantle, and I think that's where it comes in for Denver for me. And they're healthy.